Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Hind Al Khayal, IELTS trainer and ESL instructor. Well, today's topic is about health. We'll learn how to name health problems and treatments, recognize synonyms, and recognize collocations. Let's move to slide 1. Number 1, addiction. It's a noun and its plural is addictions. Addiction is the condition of taking harmful drugs and being unable to stop taking them. For example, long-term addiction to nicotine. Long-term addiction to nicotine. Slide 2. Now, we'll learn about the allergy. It's a noun and its plural is allergies. There are different kinds of allergies all over the world. If you have a particular allergy, you become ill or get a rash when you eat, smell, or touch something that does not normally make people ill. For example, food allergies can result in an enormous variety of different symptoms. And if you look at the picture here, you will find different factors that might cause allergy to the patient. Slide 3. Now, we'll talk about cancer. It's a noun and its plural is cancers. Cancer is a serious disease in which cells in a person's body increase rapidly in an uncontrolled way, producing abnormal growth. For example, a cancer research charity. Dehydration. It's an uncountable noun. We cannot say dehydration. You are suffering from dehydration if you lose too much water from your body. Look at the picture. And for example, cholera causes severe dehydration. Now let's move to disease. And as you can see, disease is a noun and its plural is diseases. A disease is an illness that affects people, animals, or plants. For example, one which is caused by bacteria or infection. For example, the rapid spread of disease went viral. Infection. And again, it's a noun, and its plural is infections. An infection is a disease caused by germs or bacteria. For example, ear infections are common in preschool children. Now let's talk about obesity. Obesity is an uncountable noun. Someone suffering from obesity is extremely fat, as you can see in the picture. For example, the excessive consumption of sugar leads to obesity. Stroke. Its plural is strokes. It is a noun. If someone has a stroke, a blood vessel in the brain bursts or becomes blocked, which may kill them or make them unable to move one side of the body. For example, he had a minor stroke in 1987, which left him partly paralyzed. Paralyzed is unable to move. And now let's move to verbs associated with treatment. You can pause this slide, read it, and learn these verbs associated with treatment. All right? Now let's move to some verbs that are related or associated with these illnesses. To administer. Administers as simple present form. Administering is a progressive form, and administered as a simple past form. And to administer as a verb, when we say that if a doctor or a nurse administers a drug, they give it to a patient. They write it in their prescription. All right? Paramedics are trained to administer certain drugs. Admit. Admits, simple, present. Admitting, progressive. Admitted as simple past. It is a verb. If someone is admitted to hospital, they are taken into hospital for treatment and kept there until they are well enough to go home. For example, she was admitted to hospital with a soaring temperature. Now let's move to verb diagnose. And again, diagnosis as a simple present. Diagnosing is progressive form and diagnosed as simple past. It is a verb. If someone or something is diagnosed as having a particular illness or problem, their illness or problem is identified. Look at the picture. You can notice that the doctor is trying to diagnose his illness. Look at the example. Almost 1 million people were diagnosed with colon cancer each year. Discharge. Having a very quick look to the picture, you will realize what does this word mean. Yes, it's a verb. And when someone is charged from the hospital, they are officially allowed to leave or told they must leave. Let's look at the example. He has a broken nose, but may be discharged today. Examine. Examines, examining, and examined. If a doctor examines you, he or she looks at your body, feels it, or does simple tests in order to check how healthy you are. Another doctor examined her and could still find nothing wrong. That's so good. And now to screen. Screens, screening, and screened. It is a verb. And to screen for a disease means to examine people to make sure that they do not have it. For example, men over 50 are routinely screened for prostate abnormalities. Right. Now to vaccinate. Vaccinates, vaccinating, and vaccinated. It is a verb, and a vaccinate is a harmless form of the germ that causes a particular disease. If a person or animal is vaccinated, they are given a vaccine. So vaccine is a noun, vaccinate is a verb, usually by injection to prevent them getting that disease. Dogs must be vaccinated against distemper. And now we're done with our lesson, and I hope you're ready for some exercises. All right? Now, here is the first question, and I want you please to start reading the directions carefully. All right? As we always do for the IELTS exam. The words below describe different disorders. Circle the words that you associate with rich countries. Underline the words you associate with poor countries. We have infection, heart disease, allergies, addiction, obesity, dehydration, and stroke. Okay? And now, infection is associated with, very good, poor countries. Heart disease, it's usually associated with much food, right? And obesity, so it's associated with rich countries. Allergies, very good, rich countries. Addiction, excellent, you get addicted to things whenever you have much money and plenty of resources, right? So it's more associated with rich countries. Obesity, very good, associated with rich countries as well. Dehydration, when you lose your liquids, the most of the liquids in your body, it's usually associated with poor countries. Excellent. And what about the stroke? Well done, thank you. It is associated with rich countries. Now let's move to exercise 2. Underline words in the passage for exercise 2, which could be replaced by the words in bold below. Let's read sentence number 1. Minor skin disorders do not normally require hospital treatment. Which word in this sentence match with the word disease that is showed below? Here, the word disease. Which word match with this word? I want to find a synonym for this word, diseases. Excellent. The right answer is diseases. Disorders. Sentence number 2. Misuse of prescription drugs is a growing problem. All right. Which word has the same meaning of addiction? Addiction. Excellent. This is misuse. Excellent. Exercise 3 or sentence 3 that says germs can cause stomach upsets, and I need to find the synonyms, the synonym of infection agents. Infection agents. Superb. The right answer is germs. And now to number 4 and last sentence in this exercise. Vaccinating children against measles has reduced the prevalence of this disease. Vaccinating children against measles has reduced the prevalence of this disease. So, immunizing. Yes, immunizing has the same meaning of the word vaccinating. Yes. All right. Now complete the sentences below with the words. Look carefully at the prepositions after the gaps to help you choose the right word. We have vaccinated, diagnosed, screened, administered, and discharged. All right, let's read the sentences carefully. Number 1. In poor countries, patients are sometimes from hospital before they are fully cured. Read the sentence by yourself on your own once more, please. And tell me what you think the right answer is. Okay, so the right answer, very good, is discharged. Thank you very much. In poor countries, patients are sometimes discharged from hospitals before they are fully cured. Number 2, if all women over the age of 50 are space for breast cancer, many lives can be saved. Yes, the right answer is screened. Let's read the sentence once more. If all women over the age of 50 are screened for breast cancer, many lives can be saved. Question 3. The patient was spaced with heart disease. The patient was spaced with heart disease. The right answer is vaccinated, diagnosed, or administered. Excellent answer. The patient was diagnosed with heart disease. This is number 3. Let's move to number 4. All children should be spaced against infectious diseases such as measles. Again, all children should be spaced against infectious diseases such as measles. What do you think the right thing is? We only have 2 answers now, vaccinated and administered. Excellent. The right answer is vaccinated. They had a vaccine. Very good. So all children should be vaccinated against infectious diseases such as measles. And finally, we'll have sentence number 5. The doctor spaced a drug to the patient to help him sleep. Definitely, the only remaining answer is administered. Administered. So the doctor administered a drug to the patient to help him sleep. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Don't forget to click like, subscribe and share if you find it useful. And stay tuned for something really nice next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much.